Giselle builds him an altar before each game and correctly predicted Super Bowl triumphs. Now it's about to get very interesting. Listen to what Tom Brady says in this video clip.
Yeah, cheering for you. I already light up my candle on my little altar.
Good. You work all your little magic.
Any special thing you carried into the game on Sunday that you had tucked away somewhere?
I did. I always, I've learned a lot from my wife over the years. She's so about the power of intention, and believing things that are really going to happen. And she always makes a little altar for me at the game because she just wills it so much. And so she put together a little altar for me that I have these little special stones and healing stones and protection stones, and she has me wear a necklace and take these drops she makes. And I say all these mantras, and I stopped questioning her a long time ago. I did. I just shut up and listened. And at first I was like, this is kind of crazy. And then about 4 years ago, we were playing the Seahawks, and she said, you better listen to me. This is your year, but this is all the things you're going to have to do to win. And I did all those things, and by God, you don't work. It was pretty good. And then in 2015, it was about early January, and she said, you know how much I love you? And I said, yeah. And she said, I just want to let you know this is not going to be your year.
Oh.
And of course we lost. I said, what does 16 look like? And she said, 16 is going to be your year. So it was early January this year, and I said, babe, I asking, do we have a chance? And she said, yeah, but you're going to have to do a lot of work, and you're really going to have to listen to me. So, man, I listened to her. And right after the game, she said, see, I did a lot of work. You do your work, I do mine. She said, you're lucky you married a witch. I'm just a good witch.
He and his wife, they are no longer married. But according to this headline, it says witchcraft and marriage didn't mix for Tom Brady. According to Tom Brady, his ex-wife, she would make an altar before the game, and he would repeat mantras over and over again. And Tom Brady said after he won a Super Bowl, she told him that she worked hard for him to win. And she went on to say, you better be glad that you married a good witch.
You look around, you can't help but think that something is terribly wrong with our world. Deep down, I'm sure you feel it, or otherwise you would not be watching a series like this. Think about it. Despite all our technological and scientific advancement, despite our instant worldwide communication systems, despite access to scores of experts and geniuses, both from the past and in the present to learn from, and despite entire libraries of information at our fingertips, we are still largely suffering from confusion, depression, anxiety, boredom, addiction, disease, chronic illness, war, starvation, slavery, tyranny, and rampant corruption within our various institutions. I'm going to ask you some serious questions to set the tone for the journey that we're about to embark on. These are my own questions, and this series is my attempt to answer at least some of them. Questions like, is this all simply due to the flawed state of the human condition? Is this all random or happenstance? Or is it possible that some of our ills are purposely managed and maintained by some unknown agency that quite possibly profits, in more ways than one, off of our ignorance and ill health? Is there an energetic, psychological, or spiritual component to all of this? What is a cult, anyways? Do ancient cults still exist and operate in our world today? If so, what kind of power and influence might they have? Why are so many people sick, unmotivated, anxious, depressed, suicidal, drugged up and dumbed down? Why are there so many things that kill, maim, and even alter us from our natural state in our food, water, air, and medical treatments? Why is our overall health in such decline, despite us living in the so-called age of science? If If we are truly living in an advanced society, why are we not more healthy, more happy, more loving, more aware, more connected, and more free? Why do so many of our politicians constantly lie to us? Why do we continue to put up with this level of corruption in our society and in our world? Who founded and funds the medical industrial complex? And I'll get into that later. Who owns and controls our mainstream social, news, and entertainment media? Are the numerous scientists and elites that have openly promoted the idea of human depopulation for many decades and even centuries now actually serious? And if they are, and why wouldn't they be, how do we really think they would go about achieving their desired goals? Are we heading for a great awakening or a great reset?